Hola amigos, Michael here. I'm showing you my first recording ever of me go-karting at Newcastle racetrack. Well, it's not the first time I've been on the track, like I've been racing since I was 7. Um, and at this track, like that's when I first started. Was racing for like 4 years, doing state titles, racing up in Madden Valley, racing up in Port Macquarie, Orange, Bathurst, or not Bathurst, sorry, but like Oran Park, or Eastern Creek, whichever one of those it was. But this is my first attempt of recording me go karting, and I had the idea because I got back into like obviously we finished when I was around 12. I got back into the sport last year, so I've only been in it for about 8 months, getting used to the track again, getting used to driving. Like obviously being out of the sport for 15 years, you're gonna lose some instincts, you're gonna lose some muscle memory, you're gonna lose obviously some racing experience. Um, so I had a thought uh, when I started back up last year. I was like, oh, maybe I can start recording it, my races, start recording my practices, mainly for me to analyze my lines, to analyze my braking times, my accelerating times in and out of the corners, um, and then obviously to see other people's lines, like where I can pass, where I can essentially block, like those kind of stuff. And obviously the last thing is because it's entertainment, it's good quality entertainment, like it's racing, like people like that. Well, I think people like it, maybe people don't. I don't know, but I love it. It's my passion. It's literally what I'm here for is to race go karts. So I thought, hey, why don't I do some recordings, watch them myself, analyze it, and then put it up on YouTube with my commentary of it and see if people enjoy it. Um, as you can see, this quality is horrendous. Like it's really bad. This was just a cheapo um, GoPro variant. Like it wasn't even Osmo or Crazer Bass or whatever they're called. It wasn't an replica of a GoPro. It was literally just a cheapo off a website that I thought, hey, I'll see if it works. I'll see if the recording works, the editing works. I'll see if putting it up on YouTube works, and if that all works, perfect. I'll get an upgrade. I'll actually do it seriously. Um, so this first attempt is literally just to see if I've done the editing right, if I've done the recording right, if all the software works, like my voice is my voice, um, if it's if you can actually hear it over the revving of the engine of the cart, is my voice lagging or is it's too static? Those are the feedback types of feedback that I want from this, so I can further improve my videos. Because I've already got the GoPro 7. I literally bought that today, and my wallet is completely full of butterflies now. There's nothing in it because, hey, buying a GoPro is expensive. Oh, it's so bad. And then being in the go-karting sport is even worse for the wallet. She thin now, baby. So I've bought that because I loved the recording of this and watching it. I really enjoyed it. It's the quality of it I wasn't enjoying. Um, so I've bought that. I just need the feedback on my volume, if it's too high, too low, too poor quality. Um, like the volume's too poor quality. Once I get all that underway, the GoPro 7 is going to be much better to look at. It's going to be much better to watch. But yeah, apart from all that, this was the literally the first day that the track was open after quarantine. Like they announced it, and I was like, y'all know I gotta be there. First day, I'm rocking up. 8 a.m. on the track at 9. Lego. Had to be there. I had a lot of adjustments to the engine as well that I wanted to test out, because the race before lockdown, the engine was playing up really bad. The clutch was slipping, the power valve wasn't opening. It was frustrating me so much. So in lockdown, I was doing a lot of research. I was messaging my dad. He's my mechanic. I would not be here at all if it wasn't for him. Messaging him, and he was giving me some tips, some pointers. I was also messaging Nathan. Nathan Taylor. I've known him since I was 7. He was racing back then. Um, I've been in contact with him. He owns the Kart Works in Cardiff. Great bloke to talk to if you just want information about the sport. If you want to get into the sport, he's got all the information on what you need. He's got all the equipment, clothing and karting wise. He'll tell you all the prices. He'll tell you what you need to know, and he'll let you sort it out. If you don't want to pursue it, he won't force it onto you. He'll just tell you what you want to hear, or like, not sorry, he'll tell you what you need to know, and then he'll let you go about it what you want. Great bloke. I was getting some tips and advices off him. I changed the earthing wire of the engine. It was on the electrical unit of the engine, which isn't a bad earthing connection, but that's what was causing the power valve issues. It was like the power valve was hitting before it was opening, like the engine was stopping, like it was literally hitting a wall before the power valve was opening, and it was a good second delay, and a good second pause in the engine power, and I was losing a lot of time, a lot of speed. So changing the earthing to the top of the engine literally changed like so much in the engine. Like it recovered, it felt so smooth. The power valve was still opening up a little bit late, so I might try and change some gear ratio to see if I can get higher revs earlier to try and get that power valve opening sooner. But in regards to um, that wall that the engine was hitting before the power valve was opening, that was completely nullified. It was perfect, ran smoothly, and this quality is so bad. It's giving me so much pain watching it. Oh, like I'm loving like looking at my lines. Like that corner back there was I'm horrible at. The power valve was opening good, coming into this small chicane, right, left. Bit sketchy on that because you got to be touchy feely with the throttle. You don't want to be too heavy on it. You'll go into the gravel. Coming down to this hill into the next chicane, you got your right, your left. Top of a hill, bit of a bump, sketchy there as well. Coming down the hill into the left hairpin. Love this corner. This is my best section here. I gained so much time in that section, coming into the bottom straight, small hill into a chicane, right, left, coming into a double left, coming up to the hill. You got a right turn. Love this corner, so smooth into it, smooth out to it. Then this left hander here, I have so much trouble with it. Like I just struggle because it's almost like I wouldn't say it's a double left, but it's a long left. Like it looked like you got a left and then it pauses, like it has a little bit of a stretch out into another left. So you've got to kind of adjust your steering for that long delay into this, like the second part of the corner. I struggle with it a lot, that's where I'm losing some of my time because um, I I get worried on like about my throttling. I hesitate on my throttling and I lose that acceleration off the corner to get onto the straight to help the power valve opening up. So I definitely need to look at once I get the GoPro 7 on with better quality recording. I'll definitely look at that corner there, and I'll even slow down um, the video so I can get like a good look. It'll definitely be a lot better when there's other people on the track because then I can see their lines and if their lines are better or worse. Um, but yeah, that second issue was the clutch slipping. So my dad suggested that we might have been putting too much lubrication on the chain, like the angle that we were probably spraying the lube for the chain in the front sprocket. was probably hitting the clutch. So I changed up the angle that I was spraying. Like I was spraying the chain a little bit further back, and then I was spraying the front sprocket uh, a little less than what I usually do, and I felt no slippage on the clutch, so that was beautiful. I loved it. I'm going to change the gearing ratio to try and see if I can get some more revs into the engine. That might bring back the clutch slipping. I don't know if that's going to be the issue, but overall, the practice was really good. In regards to the engine, like that's all I was really going out there for, was getting that engine um, testing to see if everything was perfect, and it was. The track was a little bit was really cold, really wet, and then became damp throughout the day. So it wasn't optimal track temp or conditions. So I wasn't getting racing times, but I was definitely getting some good laps in to understand my engine a little bit more and to give me a bit more experience on a colder track and a damper track. Um, the video is about to end up soon. I think I've got one or two more laps to go. I do apologize if you've made it through this far. Like, congrats, guys. I'm struggling right now already. Oh, I can't wait to get the GoPro 7 on. I'm gonna be so happy. Like, looking at it, I'll be like, oh my God. Um, but yeah, like you don't have to like this video, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. As you like can see, it's horrendous, but I do appreciate you just looking at the video and giving me some feedback that I'm gonna need for when I get the better equipment on the cart to get better quality recording. But I'm pretty sure this might be the last lap. I'll show some photos. Um, I'll be editing the time. Like I do want a 15-minute time recording, but we'll get all that sorted out as well. Looks like we've got another lap. Um, but yeah, the photos, I'll probably extend the time on the photos, like get some better quality all around. Um, I'm looking to get onto the track next week. I'll get some fresh tires because these were like 70 lap old tires. They're already they're destroyed after 50 laps. After 50 laps, you're not going to get anywhere. You get a good 30 laps out of them. After that, they just start wearing out too much, and you're literally just wasting the engine quality after. Like it's just dead times. But I'll be heading to the track next week, fresh tires, testing a few things like the gear ratio and whatnot. But thanks for sticking around, guys. Yeah, like just kudos to my mum there, my dad for helping me out. And yeah, just thanks for hanging in there.